As we head into one of the last summer weekends, the holiday weekend, fire officials are giving some safety tips to make sure your cookout doesn't end up burning you. THV 11's Ian Russell sat down with the experts to get their recommendations.
It's a holiday weekend and there's more dangers than usual, especially from fires. Fire officials are recommending some pretty easy things to do to make sure you stay safe over Labor Day weekend.
This is a typical time of the year when we would say we would have a fire season.
For the Hot Springs Fire Department, there's never a time when they're not watching for fires.
After they thought that it was, cooled off. That's not the case at all. That's something to be very mindful about.
Add in that we're on a holiday weekend and they're even more mindful.
A lot of people, if they do anything, it'll be the very first part of it, and then that gives them time to do what they want to the latter part of a longer weekend.
Hot Springs was under a burn ban for the past couple days, and that was lifted on Friday. Even though it's gone, that doesn't mean the reminder of safety goes away too. We spoke with Fire Marshal Tom Broughton Friday, who said the rain they got earlier in the week helped.
So we left it on this morning, wanting to watch the weather today to make sure that it cooperated, and it did, so we were able to lift it.
They talk to volunteer fire departments. Sometimes they call us for advice.
Robert Murphy works with the Arkansas Department of Agriculture and helps decide when burn bans happen. He says this weekend is a big one to watch.
And they're starting to get a little harder to control. Those are all things that, we would love to see people practice fire safety while they're out.
So what do they recommend? It starts basic. Just don't leave your grills or campfires unattended.
There's lots of times we go to fires and somebody say, I just walked away for a minute, and then that minute that they walked away, it got out and we were called. So always stay with your fires and make sure they're out before you leave them.
So even though you might have plans of grilling or camping this weekend, plan on staying safe too.
Simple one: be careful, be safe, be smart. Have time and fellowship with your family while you're out there. But also be mindful of if you are grilling or if you have a cookout or camp out, stuff like that. Just after it's over, be mindful of what you're doing.
Reporting in Hot Springs, I'm Ian Russell, THV 11 News.
The chief says almost anything can cause a fire, including tossed cigarettes and even the brakes from semi-trucks. He says everyone benefits by just being extra mindful over this weekend.